collectors are gonna be like, oh, I'm turning this video off. I'm gonna give it a... Who tested these at MGA and thought, good enough? I think of an idea and I'm like, can I get away with doing that? I'm like, no, I'd get roasted by the fans for doing that. Nah, when a product is cool, man. All right, nerds, here's the moment you've been waiting for. As you can see, I'm very excited that we're here in the cold Northeast. I think it's like 15 degrees today. But we're going shopping at Walmart. We're gonna go and check out 2 Walmarts, 2 towns right next to each other, and we're gonna see how different the offerings are at Walmart. Things I never thought I needed. A giant stingray. It's pretty awesome. 30 bucks for a giant stuffed stingray. My kids have just an absurd amount of stuffed animals. And I keep telling them, no more stuffed animals. Look at that. Yeah, no more buying stuffed animals, but sure, I'll buy a giant stuffed stingray. It just keeps getting better. Look at the size of this octopus. That's pretty awesome. I guess they're trying to compete with Squishmallows. For those of you guys that don't know what Squishmallows is, it's a kid's stuffed animal brand by Jazzwares. You know, because there's things out there other than collector product. We're gonna talk a lot of kid product in this because I'm gonna bore people with kid product because I love kid product. See, man? Look, I'm gonna lose people already with this video. I'm gonna talk about an Ariel guitar. It's kind of interesting. They have baby toys on one side and like super soakers on the other side. Kind of a big age gap. Oh, see? I talked about the inkjet printing that we do on the faces of, you know, the action figures. Now they do it on like everything. So like this, you could tell is all inkjet printing that they do on it. That's how they get like all those graphics put on it. But it's like they've been doing it on blasters for the last couple of years, which is really cool. See, the one thing that would terrify me is like I like doing kid product, but I'm talking like 5 and up kid product. Stuff that would like terrify me is like baby product. Like trying to figure out like you know, how a baby learns and stuff. I've had 2 kids, so I kind of know a little bit, but how do you make something engaging for, you know, something that's a year old? That'd be crazy. Let's get our kids started early on coffee. You know, my daughter, she's 5. She has a little Keurig. And it's just like, oh, mommy makes coffee, so you make coffee. Yeah, get them started early. I had a glowworm as a kid. They looked way cooler than this one does. Well, yeah. What's old is new, man. You know? We don't have new ideas? All right, let's just rehash something old, like glowworms. I was at Target the other day, I saw pound puppies. You had pound puppies. Melissa and Doug. So Melissa and Doug, I believe, just sold to one of the bigger companies, Spin Master or something, for like a couple $2 billion. And it's like, for those of you with kids, you know Melissa and Doug. Melissa and Doug does really cool product. It's a lot of like role play, like food stuff, but they do wood. Like my kids have this pizza, but it's like, these are all wood. And I can't even imagine the costing on doing a wood product. It's got to be nuts. But it's like, look, this is $19. It's like, look at all that deco and cutting all these wood patterns and stuff. I'm like, what are the margins on this stuff? I mean, the fact that Melissa and Doug sold for, you know, a lot of money shows me that, you know, their margins are great. But that glowworm's still going, you know, metal pots and pans. You know, all their stuff's like high quality, but it's like, costing would scare the crap out of me. Look at that. Whoa. Man, look at that. I love pirates. That's cool.
Can I get an associate from bakery
See? Everyone's gonna be like, watch. Oh, see, you can do play sets. Look, you know, they look at these play sets they did. Yeah, for 20 bucks. Yeah, if you want an Action Force playset that has nothing to it and no deco, it's all mold colors. I wonder how well Peppa Pig's doing. When I was at Jazzwares, Peppa Pig was like such a hot brand. And it was a brand that Hasbro had and couldn't figure out. And then they got rid of it. And then Jazzwares got the license and turned it into hundreds of millions of dollar brand. But I think that it kind of is on the downturn now. It's a weird show. Yeah, more food stuff, man. Food stuff sells. My daughter, all she does is like play house and play with food stuff. She makes me steak all the time. It's a wooden steak, but you know, it's steak nonetheless. If you guys have seen my other videos, you know I love the Imaginext line. Look at that. They got Alan Grant, Ellie Sattler, Dr. Malcolm. Look at that. Man, if I was a little kid when Imaginext was out, I'd be all over it. Wow. I feel like this is going to do something awesome. That's really cool. Nothing beats a good try-me. Dude. I feel like this is something we're talking about in the mech suit videos. Although we kind of talked about the one from Sam's Club or whatever that was from, but 50 bucks, which is, you know, obviously it's a licensed product and stuff, but 50 bucks, I mean, that one from Sam's Club, what was that, 30 and you got two of them? See, everyone loves mech suits. I just don't know if I love them enough to do them. Collectors are gonna be like, oh, I'm turning this video off. I'm gonna give it a down like because he's talking about girl product. Yeah, man. Out of all the toy aisles in these Walmarts and Targets, like one of them has collector product for you guys. There's like 6 other aisles that you guys never go down. But you should, man. You should look at what's out there. Look at what people are doing. Look at cool product. $6 Barbie? $6 for this? What a great deal. Rooted hair, inkjet face printing. Like, that's an awesome deal, man. $6? That does not look like Margot Robbie. It's got to be kind of cool for her. Like, pretty sure Margot Robbie played with Barbies as a kid. So could you imagine, like, and then like becoming an actress and like playing Barbie and like then you get a Barbie doll of yourself? Like, that's got to be so surreal. Hopefully celebrities appreciate stuff like that. Crystal dragons? What? $15 for a blind bag. I'm a big fan of like blind box ball stuff. Oh, it's funny. They have them in different boxes. All right, so you guys know I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. So MGA does Miniverse. So you got to watch. There's like Miniverse, then there's Mini Brands. Mini Brands is done by another company. I think MGA was like the first to do Shopkins. They were like the original blind box. The woman who, she still works at Marvel on their hard lines. That's like the people that do the approvals for like Hasbro and all the other lines. Like when I did a figure, we'd have to submit it for approval. So like you've heard me talk about like Jesse Falcon. He's like, you know, the guy that does the approvals. Well, his boss, Joanne, she came from Toy Biz, back in the day, Toy Biz. Joanne was really funny. I like Joanne a lot. All she wore was leopard print, which was hilarious. But every time they came and we did these meetings and stuff like that, she would always, without fail, bring up Shopkins. And it would be like one of those things where if, you know, me or a couple of my friends were in on it, like we'd wait, see like over under on when she would bring up Shopkins, and she'd bring it up. She got it, you know? So she like loves Shopkins for some reason. But it was like a blind box thing. And that was, geez, that was early, mid 2000s kind of thing. But now it's like, it's still to this day, look at all these blind box items. But going back to this, so these Lord of the Rings ones, my wife got me some for Christmas. I was so psyched because I was like, right up my alley. But what you do is, it comes with like resin, and you pour it into the mold and you make the sword. And while that's cool, they don't work. And she told me, she goes, yeah, I read the reviews and people said it's really hard. And I tried a bunch of things and I kind of know what I'm doing when it comes to pouring resin and curing it and stuff like that. Bro, these things, I tried it 4 times, couldn't get them to work. So then I started watching the YouTube videos about these, and like no one can get them to work. And it's like, every single video is like, nope, can't get them to work. Air bubbles, this, that, you know, pulling, you rip the handle off. And I'm like, who tested these at MGA and thought, good enough, good enough. They work like 10% of the time, good enough to let it get out. And I'm like, that's crazy. You know, because like the blind box stuff started as like, just like little tchotchke stuff. And then it turned into this create stuff, and it comes with this poured resin and stuff like that. You know, here you have like Harry Potter, you make the potions. So here's like the Lord of the Rings one. Yeah, certainly doesn't come out looking like that. But yeah, you can make cakes and stuff like that. They started doing these create things. I'm like, I'm not a big fan of the create stuff. I like just the idea of like collecting like little stuff, like little miniatures. That was the coolest part. So to me, this would have been better off as like just coming with the weapon already made. Maybe you make a die cast or something like that. And it's like they made them for 6-inch figures. Now the only company putting out 6-inch Lord of the Rings is Diamond Select, and they're not good. But it's like still, you know, you have the Toy Biz Lord of the Rings. So it's smart. Someone over there thought it was a good idea to do 6-inch versions of these. But it's like, just give me the weapon. I don't want to have to pour the resin. Like I get the idea of like forging a sword. It's cool that comes with these anvils and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Like, no, let me just open it up and find something cool. But it seems like a new trend now because I see less of the regular just item ones and more of these create ones with the resin and stuff. Not a fan. What I wanted to do is I joked with my wife about getting the Lord of the Rings license and just doing the weapons and not not making the create ones. Like, I'll do die-cast weapons, just sell them that way. They went deep. It's like, yeah, we're gonna do the potions. Now I think the potions, I kind of want to try them out because the potions isn't poured resin that needs to cure. It's just like liquid. But then they made this, the potions room, you know, Snape's potions room. But like, look, like it looks like you lay glue or resin down and you lay the blocks down, so you could actually build this actual room, which is very, very cool. Yeah, I'm kind of into that. So this is not in the right area, so I don't know what the price is on this. But one of these days I might go heavy into Harry Potter miniverse, because I'm a big Harry Potter fan. Don't make fun, because I'm sure you are too. I shouldn't say I'm a Harry Potter fan. Like, I don't like Harry. I'm a Snape and Voldemort fan. I have her in the office because I thought she was super cool. Green's my favorite color, but I just thought that was such a cool looking, you know, doll that they made. And I remember, like, you know, I was telling my daughter about it and how, like, I went back and I couldn't find it. And then one day her and my wife were at Target and they brought that home as a surprise for me. So I put her in my office. So yeah, I got a Monster High doll in my office. Not afraid to admit it. When a product is cool, man. This is an interesting aisle. Nerf used to be the brand for blasters. When I was at Hasbro in the early 2012 to 2015 time, Nerf was $1 billion brand, like billion with a B. And over time they lost their way. And now you go down this aisle, which, you know, back when Toys R Us was around, Toys R Us had a Nerf aisle, just like Lego had a Lego aisle. Now you're at a point where it's not just Nerf. And Nerf lost their identity as a brand. You used to walk down, you used to be able to pick out Nerf stuff. Now it's like, all right, well, that's different packaging, that's different packaging. You know, logo doesn't jump out at you, but it's like, okay, well, you go from this to this. Well, that's not Nerf. That's Zuru. Zuru. Actually, this isn't Zuru. This is something else. This might be the Walmart brand. Yeah, this is manufactured for Walmart. So Walmart now has their own blaster brand. Nerf didn't protect the copyright on the darts, so now everyone could do darts. You know, Zuru's darts, they all fit the same thing. But yeah, that's pretty cool. A 1911 with like a fake Kydex holster. That's pretty rad. And it ejects the shells. That's pretty cool. Might have to get that. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. But yeah, like look how cool like Zuru's packaging and presentation is, and the Nerf's so basic. Like they totally lost their identity. And then you look at the big high items, like a mini, like that thing, both Zuru, not Nerf. Zuru. You know, there's some Nerf. Nice inkjet printing there. Look, Adventure Force, like giant thing of darts. What a fall from grace Nerf had. And they've done nothing to like help themselves and get their identity back. They'll never be a $1 billion brand again. It's sad. It's like Nerf is like a household name. Now it's just like everyone's doing blasters. All right, nerds, here's the moment you've been waiting for. Ooh, wow, this is the first time I've been to Walmart and saw a G.I. Joe on the shelf. I thought they stopped carrying it. Literally, I've been going to Walmart last like year. I never saw any G.I. Joe, and now there's some stuff here. Bunch of Motu. Look at all these Motu crossovers. Hey, here you go, Matt. It's right up your alley.
Except that it's crossed over with the worst toy line.
Wow. Guys, he said it, not me. April O'Neil as the sorceress. Jeez, man, everyone does Turtles crossovers, like everyone.
Because it's the best toy line.
It's definitely a marketable toy line. I don't know if it's the best toy line, but it's marketed really well. Or they're just lax with how they give everyone their license. I should like look into it and see what they charge for their royalties and their license. It seems like they're just giving it away to everybody. As well do some Action Force Turtles crossovers. Brutus Beefcake, only dude who was okay going in the ring looking like a Chippendale dancer. Good for him. At least Walmart actually has a Star Wars section. You go to the Targets around this area, you'd be lucky to find something Star Wars on the shelf. So I just got into this line, and once they come in, we'll do a video on it. This Micro Galaxy Squadron. I've always wanted to like check them out, but they look really cool. Maybe if I was up on my comic reading, I would know that Shazam is now a vampire. Look at that, they put blood on him. Shoot, they can't put snug with DC stuff. You can't put weapons with DC guys, but you could put blood splatter. Weird rules, man. Weird rules. Some of these are like interesting, and I don't know why they. Well, I guess because it comes with a comic. Well, no. Oh yeah, because I'm like they're in the clamshell, whereas those are in the boxes. But Ghost of Zod, he looks pretty cool. Yeah, I need to brush up on my comic reading because I don't even know who half these people are. Like I know who General Zod is, but did he die and became a ghost?
Yeah, so you do like
Probably got crossed over with Grayskull.
Times they are changing. Look at this. So I was like, oh, well, look at this little articulated Sonic. Still $5 for that little thing. Damn. Which is crazy because you just saw like that giant playset for $15 or $20, and it's like that's $5. Man, pricing is so all over the place when it comes to toys. all over. So like this Mario is $10. And then this Sonic Prime is 15. Yeah, he's got more articulation. But it's just like crazy. It's kind of funny 4-inch came back with this, this small scale. They're just doing it like crazy now. I mean, $10, like that's kind of a lot. If you think about it like this, if I got 3 of these figures, this is like the equivalent of an Action Force or a WWF Ultimates or a Marvel Legends in some case, Star Wars Black Series. It's like, I don't know, man. I don't think these should be $10. I think they should be like $6. Like, I worked on this stuff. I kind of know, but it's just like, it's a lot of it's greed. A lot of it's greed and margins. I don't think that should be. Okay, perfect example. You have one figure with an accessory, $10. 2 figures, 1 accessory. Well, you can say 2 because he's got wings and a skateboard. 15. How does that make sense? Like a $5 difference? If it was like a $2 or $3 difference, okay. $5 difference? A half a figure difference? Really? See, they give this license to everybody. Everybody.
That was my white elephant gift this year that I gave someone.
See, what's old is new. Killed the secondary market for the movie star turtles. I don't remember were the spots that prominent on the originals. They didn't have spots in the movie. They didn't have like these yellow black spots in the movie.
In the second and third ones they did.
Oh, really? Stupid. Hey, we got this great first movie. Let's not follow what we did in that first movie. Let's do something totally crazy. Let's go more kid. Let's make the costumes look terrible. First movie's perfect. The only thing good about the second movie,
As a kid, I liked the second movie more. Only as an adult do I realize that the first one is the better film.
yeah, I'm getting him. I remember these. What was this? The 2003? Yeah, this line was great. Out of all the lines since the original line, I think this was the best line. The Shredder in this line was great. The Turtles just looked really good. So I'm going to get Leo, because I had Leo. I didn't see it in its new animation. That's really? Young Splinter had like, is that flocking? They've got flocking on Young Splinter's afro. That's amazing. Well done, Playmates. Well done. Look at that. Is this the new movie, or is this was the new movie?
This is flashback. You didn't see it?
No.
You're gonna hate it.
Of course I'm gonna hate it. Look at it. Looks terrible. I kind of wanted to see this new Kong movie, but I'm like, once I saw that they were hyping up Kong with a giant gauntlet on his hand, I'm like, bro, he's a King Kong. What does he need a giant gauntlet for? And it's like, well, obviously that gauntlet has to be made by humans. So I'm like, I'm good. 20 cards and 1 foil card. Yeah, just like loose cards. They're not even in a pack. I'm so lost when it comes to Transformers. So I just don't know. Ooh, metal figures? That's cool. But yeah, I don't know, like is this Generations? I think that's their collector line. Yeah. I don't know, guys, I'm sorry. I don't know Transformers enough to dive into it. Little inside joke there. A fully licensed Transformers Turtle crossover. Not a knockoff. Target has a whole area, the whole like back area, where it's all that collector stuff. Walmart, yeah. No one is different. Some have it half and half an aisle. Like this looks like it's just one aisle, but it's just weird. It's so like randomly just thrown together. I just don't I don't get it. Who makes this? Oh, McFarlane? I mean, McFarlane is such a love-hate thing for me. It's like, what's missing from the front of this package? Now, granted, I don't know what the agreement, the contract is, but what's on the front of every Action Force packaging? The Valaverse logo, the company that makes it. There's nothing that says McFarlane on the front of this box. I have to go really small right there to find McFarlane on this box. Dude, it's your company, man. You know what would be awesome? Because my son's real big in the Demon Slayer right now. So I'm like, oh, I know he's got this guy. I'm like, this guy looks cool. Yeah, it'd be nice if like I could see the figure and what he comes with. You're covering half the figure. Like, I can't even see anything. All right, okay, he does have a sword in there. All right, cool. It's so stupid. Whoa. Wait a second. When did Casey Jones have a motorcycle?
He didn't.
He didn't.
He didn't.
So you know what they did? They basically, when they did the Danny figure, they put him on the John Connor body, which it was really little. And that's John Connor's motorcycle. So they got two uses out of that John Connor figure. And one was too small of a figure, and the other was a motorcycle that wasn't even in the movie. Casey Jones with a dirt bike. Man, look at that. He's got the goalie blocker in there. I kind of want to buy it just for that. And here's the other thing. Okay, so I know that they did the unmasked head once they got the actor to sign off. So you have the figure that comes with the masked head. Now that's the masked head that's glued on. But then he comes with an extra helmet, like face mask. Well, there's no helmetless head in here. What are you guys doing? I'm like, I buy everything from this line, but I'm like, I don't want to buy it just for the goalie blocker. I'm like, really? Casey Jones with a motorcycle? I feel like I've seen it all now. And then, so I just picked up this set the other day because I was like, is that Leo? Like he's got the beat up face. This guy knows where Splinter is. But I put it on my shelf and I realized they made the chest part like bright yellow. Like it wasn't like that in the movie. So now he's got this weird look to him. But I got it anyway. Man, they're trying to repurpose as much as they can with that Turtles line. Bravo for them, but still, it's just grasping for straws. Like,
But you're not going to get that Casey?
no, I'm not going to get that Casey because I'm not going to spend $60 for a goalie blocker and a dirt bike that wasn't even in the movie. Look at that. They made a non-articulated figure. There's like just the heads. You swap the heads out. No articulation in that figure. And he's probably the same price as everyone else. Yep. So then you got him, he's $35. Michael Myers, $35. But he's got articulation and a bunch of stuff. There's sometimes where I'm just like, I think of an idea and I'm like, can I get away with doing that? I'm like, no, I'd get roasted by the fans for doing that. Nah, it seems like they don't, nah, let's just do it. Let's go. Dirt bike, wasn't in the movie. Who cares? Let's go. Casey Jones seems like a kind of guy that would ride a dirt bike. But so I want to get it just to see, okay, one, the way NECA's articulation is, you're never going to fit him on that dirt bike. And two, that dirt bike was made for the little John Connor figure. So there's no way Casey Jones is going to fit on that bike. I mean, they show him on there. But look how little that thing looks, man. Dirt bikes, my brother had a dirt bike. Dirt bikes are big. I'm sure people are going to be like, oh, they make little dirt bikes. Yeah, they do, but it's like, that was, John Connor had a full-size dirt bike. I'm done with this place. On to the next one.